The best day of your life is a day on which you decide your life is your own. One of the greatest misconceptions that people live by is that they feel they don't impact the lives of others. Do you consider yourself a dreamer, romantic, funny? Do you know who you are? Why are you here? You were wonderfully made in your mother's womb and a gift to others. You are unique. In all the world, there's no other person exactly like you. In the millions of years that have passed, there has never been another person like you. Take a moment and look at your body. What a wonder it is. Your legs, your arms, your fingers, the way you move. You have the capacity for anything. You are not here by mistake. Around the world and down through the ages, there has never been another you, and there will never be another you. We all differ from one another, and many times in relationships, we don't seem to understand or accept others. We are all created by different temperaments. It is not unusual for a wife and husband, parents, co-workers to differ greatly in terms of temperament. We act or feel a certain way, and then we make decisions quite different. Most of the time, we are misunderstood. What is a temperament? Your temperament is the way God wired you from birth. It's the part of you that precedes any environmental factors. In relationships, it is the driving force behind why your loved one does, says, thinks, feels, makes decisions, relates to others, and has fun the way they do. And that is not going to change. It is their temperament. The question is, how does your temperament affect your relationships? Perhaps in your relationship with your spouse, one of you had to win when arguing a point, while the other was a constant peacemaker. Or perhaps one of your biggest arguments was how much they love the social life, and they might have expressed to you that going out to a party takes time from each other or valuable work. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I attract needy and domineering people who verbally criticize me and I feel the need to rescue them? An understanding of your own temperament helps you to see and accept your own weaknesses and when your needs are not being met. Questions you may wonder about. What are the temperaments? How is it helpful to know your temperament and the temperament of your others? How do opposite temperaments get along in a marriage setting? What are the advantages and pitfalls of being married or have a relationship with the same temperament? How can spouses, co-parents, friends, partners, children use the knowledge of their own temperaments as tools for better communication within relationships? Is it possible for an individual to have opposite primary and secondary temperaments? We all struggle with wishing our partner could be different. Oftentimes they socialize, spend their time, accomplish goals, react, and express themselves in very different ways than we do. It can make a life together challenging and sometimes creates enough conflict that we begin to think, I wish he or she would just change, or maybe I should have married someone who's more like me. The fear of the unchangeable. Generally, we want answers. We want to change. We are taught that we need to look for answers to problems. If we both commit to making this relationship work or hard enough, we can achieve it. We want to achieve what we're hoping for, but that is not always true. The level of acceptance of another is very important in relationships, and the influence of knowing your temperament is very beneficial. Sometimes the way of doing things may never change, but when you begin to understand that the other person's inborn tendency is to think, act, or love according to their inborn temperament. Now, I challenge you to begin to find the freedom that is awaiting you in discovering the temperaments God gave you and others, the beautiful design for your life. Now, I challenge you to begin to find the freedom that is awaiting you in discovering what is your temperament.